What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is HD, and welcome to game number 2 between Sheth and Kiwikaki. Kiwikaki currently 1-0 in the affair, and Sheth will be the red Zerg over here at the right. The map is Metalopolis, good old classic, and on the left, there is Reigns Kiwikaki.
Now, game 1, Kiwikaki going with a hardcore 7-gate timing push there. Like we said, came around the 9-minute mark. That's real early for a 7-gate like that, and Sheth was trying to take his third there, so yeah. I think Sheth probably going to be a little bit more cautious this game. Might take things a little bit slow.
I've been a big proponent lately, and granted my opinion doesn't matter nearly as much as like a pro player because I play at the Masters level, but I feel like lately I've just been throwing the hatchery in base rather than getting it out in the exposed third area against Protoss because of that potential 7-gate +1 timing, which Kiwikaki just did. Now Sheth had a chance to hold it off, I think, if he could kill off the pylon, but it's such a stressful situation. If you don't, and you lose your third hatchery, it's almost game over. So we'll see what happens here. It looks like Sheth is going to move out with his overlords. Right now we do have a probe moving down to the bottom location for Kiwikaki. Kiwikaki not quite revealing his hand yet. He's not throwing... Oh, there it is, a pylon at the front door. It looks like he's going to gear up for a quick expand once again. Now, Pain User will have to see if he opens up with his traditional 2-gateway opening into Stargate, or if he opens up with that little bit more weird Forge and Gateway opening that he did on the previous map.
Yeah, it really just depends. He's definitely capable of doing either or. He has both builds down really well, and here we have gas once again from Sheth, so he's going to be getting those speedlings out very early on. Maybe this time he'll actually build a slightly larger pack of speedlings and actually try and control Kiwikaki as he moves out, because I really like... I'm a huge fan of Zerg players using a pack of 10 to 14 lings to control the outside of the Protoss natural, and that way if the Protoss player tries to do some sort of a timing push or something like that, you can always pick off that probe on the way to your base, which changes everything. It delays the push by up to a minute, which can be all the time you need to get those extra units out and hold it off.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. I still don't know about this fast gas, so it's very intriguing to me. I'm going to be very interested to see how this plays out, because he did this last game. He saved up 100 gas. He got speed right away. This is still an investment, though. Most Zergs are just going to drone up. They're not going to invest in the extractor. They're not going to use 3 drones to get gas, and they're not going to use 100 minerals and 100 gas to get the speed this early on. But Sheth did this last game. He really didn't make much use of it that quickly on. We'll have to see what he does this time around, because I'm really intrigued as to why he gets the gas so quickly.
Well, I think it's just for map control.
Right, but he didn't control the map last game.
Yeah, that's true. He did take out the first group of Zealots, but then he didn't leave his pack of Zerglings outside the natural of Kiwikaki, so he didn't really see the push coming until it was already at the bottom Zel Naga tower, and he let him get that pylon up. So this time he'll probably keep a pack of Zerglings outside the base. And we do have a second cannon already up in the back of the Nexus, preventing those lings from getting in and denying any kind of mining. I like that.
Yeah, very good placement from Kiwikaki. Kiwikaki traditionally known for really good placement of his buildings. That's why in the last game I was like, oh, that's a very weird placement for the Forge and Gateway, and then a hole there for the Probe and Zealot, but Kiwikaki made it work. And he's making it work this time around too. Good coverage. There's no way Zergling's going to be able to run through. Look, even a pylon in the back there to prevent the bleak possibility if Sheth wanted to run around, he's not going to get through because of that pylon.
Yeah, it's good building positioning, absolutely. Throwing down a third cannon. Wow. Kiwikaki really worried about some early game pressure here from Sheth.
Yeah.
Overcompensating a little bit, it looks like, by getting that third cannon, because I don't think Sheth has any intention of actually attacking him. And that probe right there at the third is going to scout that out, so Kiwikaki will know that that's coming. Could even drop a pylon back there if he wanted, or potentially cannon that third.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He could do that because he's got the Forge up already. And, this is when Zergs usually run around with Zerglings around the map to look for that probe. But it looks like somehow, some way, Sheth missed the probe. And that could come back to bite him in the ass if Kiwikaki decides to punish this quick third.
Yeah, it really could, because now Kiwikaki has the opportunity to put a proxy pylon up without Sheth knowing. It looks like Sheth might have sent a couple lings over to where that probe is. I think he did. Oh, wow. Sheth covering all the bases. Yep. He knew he didn't find that probe. It had to be somewhere out on the map, and there we go. He finally hunts it down. And, Zerg players must have nightmares about pylons all over the map. Sheth doing a great job right there, isolating that probe and preventing a pylon from going much later.
Yeah, very smart play by Sheth, realizing that pylon could come back to bite him. So he gets rid of it, and starting now to transfer the workers over. It doesn't look like Kiwikaki's going to go with the 7-gate +1 timing push. Rather, going for Twilight Council and getting Blink, so we are going to see a Blink build. The Overlord will not see the Twilight. That's a huge miss-scout there. If you want the opposite of a scout, a miss-scout. And now Kiwikaki's beginning to throw down the gateways, so he's going to go for what seems to be +2 Blink Stalker timing push here. He's going to get the +1 first, and then he's going to wait for +2, and he's going to move out with a ton of Blink Stalkers.
Holy gateways.
Yeah.
Once again, we're going to have a 7-gate out of Kiwikaki here, but this time with Blink.
Yep.
Kiwikaki really favoring this heavy gateway style of play right now, and you know, it's a bit risky, but Kiwikaki's certainly finding a way to make it work, and this is going to be timed out perfectly here. He's going to get all these gateways up at the same time, +2's on the way. He's going to start warping in all those stalkers, and then he's going to take back map control and go on the offensive. And it looks like Sheth, worried about some DTs or some Stargate action, is actually throwing down some spore crawlers right now, but that's not going to help him out at all.
Right. Well,
when the eventual push comes.
I can see why he's throwing down spores. He went in and scouted, and he saw 4 gas, but he didn't see any tech at all. And to Zerg, that's like, okay, it could be Stargate, it could be DTs. I've got to get a spore crawler just in case. But the sad thing here is that means Sheth has no idea what's really coming for him, which is 7-gate Blink Stalker with +2 weapons. And unless Sheth starts making Lings and Hydras right now, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Sheth knows that there's a small push on the way right now. He just intercepted it with
roaches.
his Lings.
It's not the unit he wants.
Well, actually, I mean, roaches aren't that bad against stalkers, especially in the early game. They can trade sort of evenly. 14 roaches on the way. Good God. They certainly don't have speed yet, and they won't for a little bit.
I think +2 Blink Stalkers are going to annihilate these roaches, man.
Well, we'll have to see. Sheth putting up 2 spine crawlers right now to defend this push. It's also kind of settling in there at the 3rd, rallying additional units there. And here we have
good scout by
a ton of Blink Stalkers coming in for Kiwikaki, and he hasn't revealed the fact that he has Blink yet, so Sheth doesn't actually know.
He did scout all the stalkers warping in, so that may be a little bit of a telltale sign for Sheth here. He thankfully has a couple of crawlers up, unlike the last game. Will he be able to hold this off? Remains to be seen. No Blink being revealed yet from Kiwikaki. It looks like Sheth going to be able to push this back just a little bit. And where is the pylon? He's not warping in additional reinforcements. He's banking 800, 500. There we go. More reinforcements hitting the field, waiting for +2 to hit first before he really commits and reveals his hand, which is the Blink. And here comes some more pylons coming up, Pain User.
Yeah, I love the fact that he hasn't revealed the Blink yet, or really committed to an attack. Now we have +2 finish. He probably will show the fact that he has Blink here in a little bit. 2 force fields going down right there, not really helping Kiwikaki out too much. And keep in mind, he only has 2 sentries, so his force field numbers are very, very limited. But look at how many stalkers he has. And there we go, dropping some additional force fields. Sheth actually moving up with all of his roaches right now. Is he going to be able to do enough damage here to hold this off? I don't know. It's going to be close.
It's going to be pretty tough for him to do. The Zealots finally get their way in the front because they were trapped in the back. Nice play by Kiwikaki to blink the Stalkers in the front behind. And now he's warping in more Stalkers. This is pretty much a committed attack here. And will he be able to break the crawler line? I think this crawler may go down. Yes, it will go down. And he blinks away. And this is just going to be a back and forth fight. Sheth doesn't even have time to get a Hydra Den up. He's just got to rely on the tech that he's got, which is Roaches and Speedlings, to hold this off. Will he be able to do it? It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough indeed. Here comes some additional Lings and Roaches for Sheth. But Sheth's actually doing a surprising amount of damage here. He might be able to hold this off.
Yeah.
These additional Zealots are going to tank for a little bit. But Kiwikaki getting forced back to his pylons. He cannot lose this position. He has to take out all these Roaches. It's so important for him. Showcasing some great Blink Micro here. But Sheth with additional reinforcements here is definitely going to be able to hang on. And it looks like he's going to have to give up this position, and it will be thwarted. Sheth will hold this off, and that puts him in a great spot. He's got a macro hatch. He's got 66 drones. His 3rd is up, and Kiwikaki's in a lot of trouble.
Unbelievable hold right there by Sheth. I totally thought Sheth was in trouble, man. And Kiwikaki, I thought he was about to take a game 2 just like that, but Sheth shows why. He's the 2-time winner of IPL Fight Club, and he just took out Kiwikaki right there. beautiful defense, beautiful hold. I just want to go ahead and